Never pay interest or fees to a bank. This is the mantra of any sound financial plan. But for individuals with no credit or rebuilding credit, it can be difficult to get your credit history going. In this video, I'll show you one option to get your personal credit history started, often for less than the cost of a single Starbucks coffee per month. I'm Cap, and welcome to Screaming Lincoln's Consumer Credit Series. Consumer credit has 5 factors that influence credit scores. In this video, we'll delve into the account mix factor, which comprises 10% of a personal credit score. All types of credit fall into one of 2 types, revolving and installment. This video will focus on installment accounts. The difference between the two is revolving accounts are credit cards, overdrafts, and lines of credit. The balances for revolving accounts can go up and down over time. Installment accounts deal with any type of loan like mortgages, car, and student loans. The balances for installment accounts always start high and only go down over time.
Okay, great. So what does this mean for me as someone with no credit?
Well, for those with no credit or trying to rebuild credit, it provides a way to establish credit.
But wait, don't all lenders run a credit check for any type of loan?
Of course, and they'll likely deny you if you have no credit or a low credit score.
Yeah, great. Thanks for wasting my time.
Slow down. There are lenders out there that will not run a credit check and give you an installment account that will report to all 3 consumer credit reporting agencies. These installment accounts are commonly referred to as credit builder loans. Some lenders call them share secured loans. They're an oddity in the credit realm because they're not traditional loans, but they're treated as such because lenders offering credit builder loans report customer payments to the consumer credit reporting agencies. The premise of a credit builder loan is simple. The lender fronts the loan into a designated account on your behalf. You then make payments against the loan every month until it's paid in full. Once it's fully paid, the lender will give the initial loan amount to you, all while reporting your timely payments and establishing your credit history. There are small fees and interest for credit builder loans. Some lenders are even cheaper than the example here, which is typical of what self-lender would charge. More on that later.
So where do I find one?
Google the words credit builder loan near me to find a small bank or credit union that offers credit builder loans. If you find any in your area that offer better terms, let me know in the comments. They'll likely require you to register for a bank account. In the case of credit unions, you'll have to become a member, which is often free if you live or work in their area. A successful search may provide more favorable terms, which means you'll pay even less than the $46 example shown earlier. There is a way to reduce interest paid on these credit builder loans. It's commonly referred to as the secured loan technique. The premise of this technique is to have an installment account report in your credit history and pay as little interest as possible to get it. Few lenders allow this technique because they make no money when it's used. If you'd like to know more about the secured loan technique, just type secured loan technique or SLT in the comments and I'll crank one out. If you're lazy like me and prefer doing everything from home in your underwear, Self-Lender is an online provider of credit builder loans. The best terms I found were for the 12-month plan, which only incurs about $46 in interest and fees over the entire term, which equals less than $4 per month when averaged. Total cost of the loan from Self-Lender looks like this: $15 upfront administrative fee, then $31 in total interest over the life of the loan. Total payments consist of the $15 upfront administrative fee and 12 payments of $48. The difference between the two totals is illustrated in the term screenshot from Self-Lender at $545 returned to you. Some credit unions offer better terms, but for less than a single Starbucks coffee each month, I'm sticking with Self-Lender for now. They also offer free credit scores and provide credit monitoring upon account opening. All credit builder loans through Self-Lender are FDIC insured. check with your local bank or credit union to see how their terms compare to self-lender.
Are there any obstacles or downsides to credit builder loans?
You will need a social security number or an individual tax identification number. You will also need a U.S. bank account. Income is not required for self-lender. Check with your local bank or credit union for income requirements. Once you start a credit builder loan, you're committed to making monthly payments until the end of the loan term or until the entire loan amount is paid, whichever comes first. Self-lender allows prepayments, but they reduce the loan term, which closes it out sooner. Expect to pay a small fee in the beginning, along with nominal interest for the duration of the term. But as you can see from Self-Lender's website, the overall impact is quite small over a 12-month period in this payment plan. Credit builder loans have been around for years, but you won't find them in bigger commercial banks because they don't make much money on this product. Check with local community banks and credit unions in your area as they may offer better terms. One potential obstacle for some individuals is that lenders will verify an applicant's ChexSystems history.
Wait, what is this check system thing?
ChexSystems is another consumer reporting agency that lenders use, except ChexSystems only reports an applicant's previous relationships with other bank products outside of credit, like checking and savings accounts. As long as you don't have a closed account with a negative balance at another bank, ChexSystems won't be an issue. Many people get ChexSystems confused with the big three major credit agencies of Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. ChexSystems operates on a different consumer reporting realm than the big three. That's why it's important to maintain good relationships with all banks, even those you just have a checking or savings account with. Don't be the person that feels they were wronged by their bank for whatever reason, and you simply walked away without trying to rectify the situation. Even if it was a mistake on the bank's part, that bank can still report your negative balance, no matter how small, to ChexSystems and adversely affect your relationships with other banks as a result.
So how long does this take to benefit my credit score, and how much will it go up?
Lenders usually report payments within 1 to 3 months and will continue to do so until the loan term ends. If you have no credit history, then a credit score may take an additional few months to generate as more payments get reported. The increase in credit score amounts will vary due to the complexity of credit algorithms, but having an installment account, like a credit builder loan, appear in your credit history will improve your credit score. Credit algorithms are very complex and look at a variety of factors, so there's no linear formula of one installment account equals a flat 30-point increase on the third month of reporting. Credit algorithms are not that simple. These algorithms are very fluid and operate in real time, so predicting how much an individual's score will go up is difficult. To give you an idea of how quickly things move nowadays, every time I apply for a credit card, I always get one or more notifications from the credit reporting apps on my phone just seconds after I hit the submit button on a credit application. Remember, credit algorithms are very sensitive to your activity, so have a good credit strategy when you apply for new credit. Keep watching the Screaming Lincoln's channel to learn more. Luckily, the credit builder loan falls outside the scope of any credit algorithm, which is why it's such a great option for establishing credit.
Okay, so I do the self-lender thing, wait a couple months, and check my score. Will my score at least keep going up over time?
As long as you're making on-time payments every month, yes, your payments are being reported to all 3 consumer credit reporting agencies. Over time, this will increase your score. Payment history is one of the 5 factors that greatly influences your personal credit score. In fact, payment history has the most influence of all. Keep paying and they'll keep reporting.
Well, doesn't it make sense to get a couple self-lender things to stack the payment history benefit?
No, it doesn't stack that way. At least not from what I've seen. One installment account is all you need.
All right, so let's pretend I'm doing the self-lender thing and I've made almost a year's worth of on-time payments. Can I then apply for a new credit card and start earning rewards?
Absolutely. In fact, the best time to apply for credit is near the end of the loan term. This is because your current loan balance compared to the starting loan balance is so low. This reflects a low credit utilization ratio, which is also a huge factor that affects your personal credit score. When you first sign up for any type of loan, the balance is always at its highest because you haven't made any payments yet. But over time, as the loan is amortized with timely monthly payments, the balance diminishes and the credit utilization ratio begins to shift in your favor. The magic number for credit utilization ratio on installment accounts is 9%. Getting any loan balance down below that is the sweet spot. This is part of the share secured loan technique I mentioned earlier. Again, let me know in the comments if you'd like to know more.
So I do self-lender, wait a few months, and check my credit. Then I should see my score improve over time. Then I should apply for a credit card near the end of the credit builder loan term. Any chance I would be guaranteed a credit card approval since I jumped through so many hoops to improve my credit?
Sadly, no. You see, credit is like driving a car. It's a convenience many of us use every day. But like driving, credit is a privilege, not a right. However, there are additional steps you can take to increase the odds of approval, which I cover in other videos. But a quick summary to improve your credit score would be to sign up for a credit builder loan as explained in this video. Another option is to be added as an authorized user to a responsible credit card holder in your household. Ideally, the account you're added to would be at least 2 years old, but longer is preferred. The credit utilization ratio must be kept below 10%, preferably less than 1% for the authorized user option. The account must not have any derogatory marks in the credit history, which means no late pays of 30 days or more within the past 8 years. Keep in mind, not all lenders report authorized users. Not all lenders that do report authorized users will report the full history of the account either. I'll have another video covering authorized users in its entirety as there are many fine details to consider. Another option is to establish a banking relationship with the lender. Banks and credit unions offer checking and other account services beyond credit cards. By establishing an existing relationship with these other products, you get your foot in the door and can leverage that relationship in the event you're denied credit later on. That's a summary on increasing your credit score quickly. Credit scores are powered by algorithms. These algorithms create unfavorable conditions for individuals with no credit, but who still may be responsible with their money. Lenders are wired to be risk averse, and credit algorithms mitigate that risk. However, I've just gone over one way to increase your credit score without income or any prior credit history as a way of getting past these credit algorithms to get your credit history established. I even added a couple additional methods to improve your credit history quickly. I will have other videos that go over those other methods. The credit game is always evolving, with lenders coming out with their own unwritten rules. Then you got credit scoring algorithms that get updated. It's important to adjust your play in this credit game with the right strategy. Come back to the Screaming Lincoln's channel to stay updated. Have a question? Did I overlook something? Let me know in the comments anytime. Hit it, Steve.